Vitamin D with the T, and it's your girl D. And today I am here with a dear friend and a returning guest, my boy D/Chris, because that's what I know him as. And we just talked about it because I was just asking him like, what you want me to call you? He like, Des, you my friend, so you can't call me by your name. But he does do social media content, all that. His name is Daquan on social medias. So, but yes, this is my dear friend. We have known each other. It's been a lot of years now. It's been like 20 years now.
Yes.
It's been a long time. Ain't that crazy how 20 years can go back?
Yes. It's very scary.
Damn. Wow. I'm trying to think exactly like when it was. It was like before the 2010s. It was like 09-ish, I feel like.
Yeah.
It was definitely like, so it ain't like 20 yet, but it's like 16, 17. So we definitely up there. Dang. So how you doing?
I'm doing good. I want to tell you, I know
Yes.
you're doing a very good job. I know it just started, but you killing it. I wanted to give you the props.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Y'all know I'm trying, and y'all know I'm trying to work on my brand, work on the look, work on the professionalism, but still keeping it real, genuine, and authentic. And again, we bringing on real life, real people, and we having a real talk, okay? So, back to how you doing. You doing good?
Yes, I'm doing fine.
Okay? And this episode was we've been saying he gonna come back on the show, y'all. But we get, that's why he laughing, because you know what I'm about to say. We've been saying he gonna get back on the show, but he posted some shit on social media. Bruh, we just like last week's episode, me and Kiki was talking about trolling. He be trolling on Facebook too. You know you do. And sometimes you don't know what to believe and what not to believe. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was walking in, like, I be asking him questions, catching up with him. He be like, come on now, I know you saw my post. I'm like, nigga, you know for a fact that we don't know what to believe when you put that shit on Facebook. Nigga, you know why I be asking that shit, because you know you be trolling on Facebook, okay? So that we gonna talk a little bit about that today, just trolling, what's real, what's not real, what you feel comfortable talking about, things I can relate to, you know what I mean? So I was asking you, we gonna dive right into it. I was asking you because you made a Facebook post the other day, you know, letting us know how long you say you gonna be celibate for?
6 months.
6 months, okay, and you know, you was explaining that or whatever. But let the people know, why are you entering in something like that? And you know, are you in a relationship? Like, what in your head made you decide to do that as a man? Because you know that takes some willpower.
Nah, yeah. Honestly, my friends don't think I'm gonna take it serious.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason I even came up with the idea is just, I think a lot of men don't realize that a lot of their decision making is coming from sex.
Yeah.
Let's just make it simple as sex. So, you know, the cars we drive, the clothes we wear is based off of sex.
Right.
So I just told myself, you know, going through a divorce, that I need to take a factory reset, you know. So I'm giving myself 6 months to, you know, cleanse myself, work out. So, you know, whenever what does that make? December. 'Cause 6 months makes December. So by December, I'll feel 100% comfortable dealing with something.
Okay.
So that's right.
Okay, and you said divorce, so you married.
On paper, yeah.
Dang. Paper that I was gonna ask you that because I have seen like little things like I didn't know if y'all was on paper married. So
No.
y'all are on paper married.
Yes.
How long have you been married?
5 years.
Okay. Why are y'all not going? Like, what is going on? Just sum it up. You don't gotta tell us your business, but you never know. By the end of this episode, this nigga could be going back home to his wife. But I'm curious. Because he just smiled hard as fuck when I said that. But I'm curious.
All
Why
right,
are
so-
y'all separated? And
So
getting a divorce?
I'm gonna do each part.
Okay.
That last part, no. To not to go too much into it, but she's already moved on.
Okay.
I'll speak for me, just to keep it as simple. I wasn't ready.
Okay.
Like at the beginning, I didn't really understand what marriage meant.
Okay.
Today, I do.
Okay.
So you got to think about it. She went through pretty much me figuring it out for 5 years and pretty much just got burnt out.
Right. So you respect her decision?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not
And you understand?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not no beef or nothing. It was, like I said in the video I made, the only friction was how her new relationship got introduced.
Okay.
But other than that, we straight.
Okay. So when you say the friction is how our new relationship got introduced, she brought him around the kids.
No, since we're being honest, it's more the situation where it's the old don't worry about him. It's not gonna be him.
Oh,
Yes.
it was one of them situations of
Like,
you
my best
already
friend.
was worried about that
Yes,
nigga.
yes,
She
yes.
told you don't worry about that nigga the whole time you was supposed to be worrying about that nigga.
Yes.
Did you just say that was your best friend?
No, it was her.
Oh,
best friend.
she saying that's just my best friend. Don't worry about that. Damn. Now I will say this. This real though, because sometimes as a woman, a man will pressure you into some shit so much it kind of puts the thought into your head. I'm not saying unless it's come about that things have happened in the past. You know what I'm saying? But that very much is a thing. Just like a woman can do it to a nigga. A woman can cheat a nigga of cheating so much, and that nigga gonna go out and cheat. It's like, bitch, you keep saying I'm about to go do it, bitch. Not calling you a bitch, but you know what I mean. That's how a nigga will do some shit. Sometimes women do have that tendency too.
Yeah, but
You know what I mean?
So that's why I'm not mad at it, because the problem is we've had like when we was going through the divorce, we was trying to figure everything out. I brought it up. I'm like, maybe you need to go date somebody else, and I brought him up. So I'm giving you the opportunity to say, you know what?
Did she flip shit when you brought that nigga up?
No.
Okay.
But when I brought it up, it was brushed off. It was like, this is not a bad idea. I want to keep my best friend. That's the problem.
Okay.
If you would have said when I gave you the opportunity to say like, I am gonna do it, we straight. It's the I'm not gonna do it,
But I did it.
and now I do
I understand. Do you think that's the straw that caused the divorce? Are y'all divorced yet?
it. Yeah.
Oh, it's a finalized.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but that's not the straw. The straw was I'm gonna say the straw that started was I was working at Rumpke and I got hurt, and I pretty much been down for. I'm still kind of going through it, but I was down for a year, so it was more of a. I can say like that was a straw because she kind of had to carry it a little bit. Like I was getting help from the family.
Right, but I get what you're saying.
You know,
Money, that strain, that shit causes stress in a relationship.
Yeah, the crazy part was the chiropractor that I was going to when I first started. He was not joking, but he told me like, you know, I've seen people go through this situation and get divorced just because of that. So then once we had the conversation about divorce, I had to go back and tell him, I'm like, man, you a goddamn prophet or something.
Damn.
Yeah, he told me before everything got bad. He told me like, I've seen people go through this and get divorced.
I hate to hear that.
At first I thought he jinxed it, but then it was like, because it was kind of before Rumpke and before all this, it was, I don't know if it was the divorce was in the back of her mind, but it was kind of rough. So that's why I just said, you know, Rumpke and the whole year me off work was a straw that really comes back.
Okay. So you say that you got married 5 years ago and you didn't know what marriage was then, and you know what marriage is now. What do you consider marriage to be?
Pretty much compromise.
Okay.
Like, I know they don't like 50-50 with the bills, but even if you're not 50-50 with the bills, it's 50-50 with the other things.
Like, it could be 50-50, 60-40, 40-60, 70-30. It's whatever works for y'all and whatever it needs to be at the moment. You
Yeah,
get what I'm
but
saying?
I mean like emotionally.
Okay.
So like, I can honestly say it was more 80-20 emotionally. Like she was more emotionally stable and stuff than I was.
Okay.
But I was more, what's the word? Like when they say women is more emotional, but men is more like, I don't know, is it literal?
Like,
we do
like y'all black and white.
Yes,
y'all
yes,
straightforward.
yes.
Y'all
Yes,
are
yes.
straightforward.
Yes, that's what it was. And I feel like now, today, I can see that I needed to be a little more emotional in certain situations instead of stop being blunt and straight to the point. So
You feel like you was disrespectful when you was being blunt? Because that tends to happen. And y'all kind of forget that we're still women and we're still soft.
Yeah, even if I didn't say a disrespectful word, I can see that my energy can be considered as disrespectful because it could be demeaning to her, where it's like you're not taking my opinions and stuff into consideration.
Okay. So, would you get if you could go back and do things again? Would you do things right and stay with your wife and make this shit work?
Yeah.
I mean, is that best friend just the end all be all? Because I believe in second chances, but I also do believe in no second chance. Like me and Brandy, you know, we done had a second chance. Last time you was on the episode, it was a non-existent thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I do believe in second chances too. And sometimes I am a firm believer of don't not be with somebody just because, oh, I feel like that's the right thing to do. Or I feel like I didn't put people in my business, so I can't, that's why you smiling, because it be like, ain't no going back. And it's like, bruh, fuck people, bruh.
No.
You feel me?
I'm not even thinking about it like that, because you got to think about it like this. After this, Drew, go watch the video. I was very forthcoming with the information, so I don't really care, because like you said, they don't know what's going on in their household.
Right. So you saying fuck people opinion.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna say if she wanted to do it tomorrow, we would, but
you would be open to it.
I'm open to it.
Especially y'all have a family.
I'm open to it in 6 months. I say that.
Right.
I'm open to it.
So you saying you will go get your shit together, because this is the thing. You saying you will go get your, I know you better hear this, girl. I ain't gonna say your name, but you saying after that 6 months, you might just get your man right and go get your wife back, because that's very much a thing. That's a possibility. And I encourage that. I ain't putting it on your head. I know you trying to say stuff.
No, go ahead.
But I'm not putting it on your head, but I'm just saying, like, y'all got married for a reason. And just like me and him have known each other that long, she has known him just as long.
Yeah,
like,
long
we
time.
all grew up, like, had fun, grew up together, hung out. Like, this ain't no little 2-year thing. This is a family right here. You know what I'm saying? So, and y'all know we are encouraging marriage. We are encouraging family. We are encouraging kids having their black fathers in that household, because that's where the fuck you need to be. Yeah. And I know that you still get your kids. I know you take care of your kids, all that. But it ain't nothing like them kids having their parents in that household, period.
For sure.
It just hit different. And it not only do it hit different because we didn't have that shit, bro. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck how cool we was with our daddies. It hits different just knowing that you could go in there and both look at your kids. You know what I mean? Like, are y'all cordial? Are y'all friends? Do y'all still have like a jokey relationship, or is it strictly co-parenting?
It's strictly co-parenting.
See, and that right there, I'm gonna be real with you. When it be strictly co-parenting, things is still tense and uptight. Now, I'm not gonna say tense and uptight, but it ain't got to the softest part yet. Once things get to the soft waters and there's no tension, then it's gonna get. You know what I mean? Even though I have not been married, but I don't know why I think I.
Yeah, because it's only really been a couple weeks.
Right. Since the divorce is like, okay, so when did y'all get divorced?
We got divorced. It's tricky. So we got divorced between us like 2.5 months ago.
Okay, so y'all moved out.
Yeah, I moved
a couple
out.
weeks ago.
No, I moved out 2 months ago.
Oh, okay.
So we've been okay. Let me use right. Separated for 2 months. We actually did the divorce papers sometime last week.
Okay.
So that's fresh. Like
okay.
her relationship is fresh. The divorce being filed is fresh. But us being separated has been 2 months.
Okay. So everything is still so fresh.
Yes.
So you could still not go to court. Like, you're still legally married. You know that, right? Don't be delusional.
Yes.
Okay.
But I'm
gonna say, don't be delusional, Chris. You're still legally married.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't think nothing is about to change overnight. Like,
no, I don't think nothing's gonna change overnight either, and I don't think anything's gonna change without work on both of y'all parts, because ain't nobody got time to be getting divorced every 5 years to get back together.
Yeah. You
get what I'm saying? Like, and I'm learning that too. Because I am a runner. You know what I am. I'm a runner. I have commitment issues. You know what I mean? Like, I believe in when one thing goes wrong, let's break up, because I don't like the stress of just arguing. I don't like disagreeing. I don't like compromise. I'm learning to like compromise. That's why I'm not married yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm still learning all these things that have to do with a relationship, and I'm learning out of all those things I don't like, I'd rather go through the shit with my man instead of, you get what I'm saying? Like, out of all the things I just complained about, like commitment and shit, I still rather be with my man. And I'm learning that because the old me, I used to be like, fuck this. I done told the world I'm done with this nigga. I'm not fucking with him. You know what I mean? Like, I used to believe in, like, bruh, the world is already in my business. It's too late. Ain't no going back. Or I used to be like, bruh, we can't be together because we just shouldn't be together. We just shouldn't. Based off of whose fucking rules? You know what I'm saying? Who is the rules and regulator of who the fuck shouldn't be together?
But I feel the same way about marriage. Do you think that y'all can, like, be in a relationship, you know, all the way up until y'all die without being married? No. Or do you feel like you mentally...
That nigga know I'm leaving his I mean, he knows that. Baby, you know that. I love you. But you know I'm out of here and we ain't getting married. Like, the only thing is, and shout out to my baby girl, Kiera, because she told me some real shit. Because if I can, like, I consider breakups a breakup. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So what I'm saying is, I don't consider, even though yes, me and Brandon have a 6-year-old, me and Brandon have only been together for 2 years. If we break up, we're starting fresh, bruh.
Okay,
I'm not the Lulu, where, you know, bitches will be on and off with a nigga, know they not really together, be like, we've been together 10 years, but bitch, you got a kid here, he got a kid there. Yeah. Where is the 10 years at? Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. So, no, me and Brandon have been together like 2-3 years, whatever. Me and my friend, we was talking about, like, marriage and shit. She was like, well, how you gonna pick and choose what the time frame is? Like, how you gonna pick and choose that, oh, y'all only been together for 2 years, but y'all been fucking around for this many years, y'all need to be married. Which I understand that, right. But my thing is, I'll start fresh from the 2 years, give a nigga about 2, 3. You know what I'm saying? I'll give him about 2, because I'm still working on my own, you know, like, self-healing, commitment issues. Like, my man can't be marrying me and I'm telling him we getting divorced every time we get into it. You know, I don't want to do that, because if we were to get married right now, I would. Okay? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I am that person, even though I don't mean it. In the back of my head, I'll be thinking, like, Lord, that nigga, please don't let that nigga leave, even though I'm telling him I'm doing it.
See, that's dangerous, though. That's dangerous.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to be dangerous no more, Chris. I want to be for real and true to my relationship. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm learning that more and more every day, especially with me turning 30. Like, I'm not getting no younger. And we don't break up to, like, go see what else is out there for us, but there ain't shit out here for us.
Yeah, you be in a club, so you know.
No,
don't count. I seen a video of you on Instagram. I don't know if you want me to say this.
What?
I seen a video on Instagram where you took the poster thing. I'm like,
yes, the vital sign. Yes, yeah. I be helping them bitches with their jobs. For real, I had a time for my birthday. I don't be in the club like that. Be like I was turned up with Natalie Nunn for my birthday, y'all.
I seen that too.
Yes, I was vibing. She was fucking with me once.
Yeah, she gave you the cup.
Yes, we was vibing out. Shout out to you, Natalie Nunn. I would never come on baddies, but you need a judge or something, call me. Have great advice. But I don't be in the clubs like that, because at the end of the day, nigga, I don't give a fuck how much I'm in the club. Ain't no nigga allowed to talk to me from the club. I don't want no nigga from the club.
No.
My man be at home in the bed when I'm in the club.
No, I'm saying, but even if you're not talking, because like in a
just seeing what's out there. Yes. Being outside, I've been gone.
Like, I've been going out with my friends, and I've seen it. But at first, my mindset was like, But I've had not no real deal encounters, but I've been able to have conversations with them, and I can say that you can find a quality woman in there. You gotta look though.
In the club?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I be in there.
That's what I'm saying.
Right, I get what you're saying.
But at
like
first,
people like me and my crew. But no, I cut you off.
But I'm saying, for a person that's coming out of a relationship, you would assume that I gotta go to church to find a good woman.
Right.
You know, some good women want to go have a drink.
Thank you, Brandon.
Oh, don't do that. I don't want no trouble. Bruh,
that nigga swear, bruh, no, for real, because that's another thing. The same way I need to compromise, Brandon needs to learn to compromise too. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Brandon thinks that it's his way or the fucking highway. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, and Brandon don't like to go out and shit. And it's like, if you don't like to go out, you gotta let your girl go have a good time. You know what I mean? And just like you said, you seen in that video, Did anything in that video look like I'm trying to get a man? Or did that look like I'm living life, having fun, and just being dead?
You living life and having fun being dead.
You know what I mean? Like, who the fuck flirting trying to take a poster, holding a heavy ass fucking sign, looking strong as hell? You no.
What's wrong?
No, for real though. You know a nigga like bitches to be out timid and shit sometimes when you first meet them. You know what I mean? Don't come on now.
It's different. It's
for
different.
everybody.
Yeah.
You're right. But I'm not in there for that. And like he said, some women just like that.
But I'll give some advice to him if he's watching it. I was like him. Like our dynamic was like that when she would
Sit
go
in the
out.
house.
She would go out. I would sit in the house. And if like I said, if I could go back in time, I would try to come out of my comfort zone
And go out with your lady.
Yeah.
Bruh, because let me tell you something. When I do get that nigga out, all smiles, be having fun, be laughing at me, getting to see what I am in. You know what I'm saying? Like, he really be enjoying it. You know, like, and that's another thing, too. It is hard being with somebody forever.
Yeah.
That is some shit. Sometimes people can't even get past it mentally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just accepting the fact, like, damn, being with somebody forever. I know I think about it all the time, but we not even married. You know, I be thinking like, phew, sometimes I am glad we not married. Because it's scary. Was you scared of that?
Yeah.
You was.
But it was at the beginning. It was just, you know, I wasn't around other people that was married. So I bring it up to my friends and they say the obvious
That's
thing like,
us,
oh, you only fucking one girl for the rest of your life. And that's not what you should be thinking
No,
about.
you should be around people doing wedding, not wedding shit, but married. Like you said, you want around married people. I ain't gonna lie, and that does make a difference. But you know what? I'm gonna be real with you though, Chris. I feel like shit hits different as we get older.
Yeah.
You know, so I feel like our eyes kind of open a little bit more, and we start to be around more people that are married. Like, people don't be getting married young for real. It's very rare. Like, yes, y'all got married 5 years ago, but that's such a small few. People don't get married that young anymore. You know what I mean? Like,
And if they do, I'm not gonna say they end up like us, but they get divorced pretty
a
early.
lot of times, it's very rare that people stay together that get married at a young age. And some people just force it, and some people do be unhappy to make it work. You know what I mean? Like, some people do though. Some people be miserable.
But that's one thing that I was saying in my video is that somebody, I don't know if it's me or another married man, but somebody like our age need to have the conversation with the men. Because I think it's mostly us. I think when anybody our age get divorced, it's because of us. It's because of us cheating or going into it not understanding what we get into. Because I think women, y'all mature faster than us.
Not only do we mature, we're willing to adapt to what y'all
Exactly.
need.
Exactly.
Like, you get what I'm saying? If you're telling us that it's a problem and you're telling me that this problem is going to risk our relationship, we're going to fix it in a fucking heartbeat if we're invested. We tell y'all motherfucking black asses that it's a motherfucking problem and they'll act like it's cool, fix it for a fucking week, and then be back to the same old bullshit that had me rolling my ass in the first place.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, so that is a real thing. Not just putting it all on men, but he's a man. He took the accountability. My thing is, why don't you be a man and talk about it to people? Let's just give just 3 little pieces, or 5, either or. A few pieces of advice that you would give to any man out here, either getting married, thinking about getting a divorce, or just anything of that nature.
All right. So before you get married, I would say, as a man, question yourself if you can keep dealing with the woman if she cheats on you. Because I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I think that's probably when it comes to men, that's the worst thing that can happen.
And it
So
just shuts them down.
So just think about the worst thing that this person could possibly do, and if you feel like you can forgive him, then get married. If you can't, then let it be. 2, just go into it compromised. Go into it, no ego, and like you said, not going into it like a woman, but just going into it being willing to adapt. 3, the financials. The financial thing is a big thing. Like I said, it can make or break with everything. You think everything green.
This number one.
Well, we ain't talking about the financials, like, you know what I'm saying? Make sure your financials and stuff is right. 4, I'm trying to think. Just, you know, maybe check both of y'all moral values. Because I'll be honest about something if you want to get into it.
Okay.
When we first got into it, not our marriage, but really our relationship, which led into our relationship which led into our marriage, I was very hesitant and kind of standoffish with having her daughter call me dad and stuff like that, and just doing certain stuff like that. But I would kind of
So was she wanting to do that?
Yeah, she wanted her daughter to call me dad.
Instantly, straight out?
No. I mean, like I said, our situation is weird because we've known each other for so long.
And where is the dad?
He's around. Kind of. In a way.
Okay, go ahead.
But he wasn't around enough to, I guess you could say, combat the idea of her wanting her daughter to call me dad. So like with me, I know she wouldn't try to do that because I'm around. He wasn't around enough for her to even think, nah, maybe I shouldn't do this.
Okay.
Because he wasn't doing his job at all. So just check as a man, just check yourself and be like, is you cool with that? Just to, on a moral value tip. And also ask yourself on a relationship tip is if y'all have kids and y'all separate, do you think is she a good person and will be a good mom?
Okay. Oh.
Because I promise we don't think about that. I have my friends that be salty about this stuff, but it's like, I'll tell you, with both of my kids' mothers, even if I say something, I knew who I was dealing with. So I tried not to say too much because I checked myself. Like, if they doing anything I don't like, I kind of knew what you was on before we even had kids.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Is that 4 or 5?
The fifth one is know your. The first one is. Yeah, no, I remember.
No, I'm 1,000% sure that's 5.
I think it is 5. No, your first one was what? Compromise?
No, the first one was kind of pretty much saying, what are you willing to deal with?
Yes, if you could forgive.
Yes.
First one was forgiveness. The first one was forgiveness. The second one was compromise.
Yes.
The third one was finances. The fourth one was
kind of like morals.
Yeah, morals. And then the fifth one was know who you having a baby by. Period.
Yeah.
And I got to go back. I got to go back to this baby girl calling you Papa. So, how did you feel about that? Did you want it done or not?
I was super uncomfortable with it, but
okay.
The reason I was uncomfortable with it is because my other child's mother, I didn't want that happening no more.
Right, hell no.
So it was more of a if I told myself,
was in that man's shoes.
Yes, but I think it was more of I felt like if I was going to be comfortable with this, I would have to be comfortable with it happening over there.
Are you?
Yeah. I mean, today, yeah, I'm gonna say this. And if you talk to her outside of this, she'll tell you I said this. I told her, because we had a conversation about when can he come around her? Come around them. I said, if you wanted him to come around them today, I'm cool with that. Because I can't control your household.
Right.
So just from all my situations, my first child's mother, I got into the mindset of I can't control you. Whenever you choose.
Have you ever tried?
Of course.
Okay.
But I knew.
This nigga used to be toxic.
But that's what I'm saying. I've learned that I was gonna say something bad. If I don't plan on taking it to the extreme, then the worst that's gonna happen is I'm gonna go to jail. He gonna be at home chilling with you.
Right. They gonna be sitting up laughing at your ass, looking at your mugshot.
So I might as well just respect what y'all gonna do, and if you know what I'm saying, if it comes to my kids get hurt, then we'll deal with it the legal way. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? File a police report and all the other stuff. Because if you just, you know what I'm saying, if you go crazy and you crash out over her because over anything she doing, like you just said, she gonna be chilling with him. And however long you in jail, she might be chilling with him and then leave him, and then she keep
chilling with another nigga.
Exactly. So just
and another nigga.
And
and another nigga and another nigga.
Exactly.
That's just what it is.
Yes.
Okay then. Well, me personally, I disagree with that, but I have not been in that situation yet.
Which part?
Of calling, of a kid calling a man that ain't their daddy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? You know I ain't on that shit. You know, you know, and that's with all due respect. Different strokes for different folks.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And again, I have not been in that situation. I have not been in a relationship with nobody to where they may have stepped up and be like, you know what, that nigga do deserve to be called that.
No, and that's
You know what I mean? You deserve. You know, you probably deserved it.
And that's what I started thinking about it from a different standpoint. Like you were saying, was that she trusted me enough to put me in that position. So I really appreciate it.
Right.
But
so how is it still with baby girl today with the divorce? That's still your baby girl?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the only thing that I've been trying to do is like kind of keep my distance because.
With who? Her.
Yeah.
Why are you doing that?
Because I think of it like this. I personally, and everybody think I'm bugging out, I want her new relationship to work. And I think with her new relationship working, I don't think she's going to put him in that role of having him call him daddy and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I want him to be able to thrive in that role if it happens.
Okay.
So I don't want her confused, like, oh, I'm seeing him and I'm seeing him. I mean, I'm seeing my real dad and I'm seeing him. And now I'm seeing
as
her.
a woman, as a woman,
Go ahead.
you can't just keep bringing niggas around you like that.
I'm not saying she's doing that.
I'm not saying she doing that either.
Okay.
But when you saying you don't want your kid, and this is not just for her, this is speaking to women in general, even though who am I? I'm just giving a little piece of friendly advice. You don't want, it shouldn't get to no point to where kids is getting confused about who's daddy.
Right.
Do you get what I'm saying though? Like, and I'm saying that. Why did you laugh? And I'm being for real. I'm saying this in a respectful way because you know I got love for literally all of you. Be like you and your ex-wife and your baby mama, everybody.
I do know.
You feel what I'm saying? You know I got love for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know
but
what I'm
I'll
saying?
say this: her daughter is old enough to understand.
Right.
So she knows who her real dad is. She knows who I am. I don't know if she's
what
introduced
that dynamic is.
I don't know if she introduced him to the new guy yet, but I'm thinking about it from this standpoint because I'm not going into it thinking they're going to fail.
Right.
I'm hoping it works.
You hoping the best for them.
Yes.
I get that. And that's because you actually still love her and you want the best for her.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that for you.
Thank you.
And what do you want? What do you want out of this?
To come out stronger than I did in 6 months.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to get into a relationship in December, but if it does.
Not even just relationship. I'm talking, what do you want out of anything? Like, what? Just what do you want? Because you keep talking about, like, you want it to work. What do you want? Like, what do you want out of this situation? Because, you know, you don't have to break up to go get into a relationship with somebody. A lot of people break up and actually, like, you know what you said, spend them 6 months, put that time into themselves. Some people do that shit for longer than 6 months. You know what I mean? Like, some people just get in grand mode and break up or get divorced and just get their shit together. You know, I'm not saying your shit ain't together, but you get what I'm saying. Like, tunnel vision. So, what you want? Like, do you want to get your social media off the ground? Do you want to start a business? Like, you want to stack your papers so a financial hardship happen, you never go through that again? You know what I mean?
Like, I think that's what it is that just the tunnel vision of just, like you said, being in a situation where I'm financially stable.
Okay.
To where I don't worry about that. But I also want to be in a position where I'm financially stable because I'm old school. Like, if it's possible, like, whatever woman I choose to deal with again, if she want to be a stay-at-home mom,
you'll give her that opportunity.
Yeah, but if she want to work, I want her to be able to do whatever she wants to do.
Okay.
So, yeah, I guess you could say tunnel vision, focusing on the social media and stuff like that, and just, you know, finding peace in myself.
Okay.
Because I don't, you know what I'm saying, I don't want to take anything from this relationship or any of the past relationships to my next one, and I want, if I do, in my next relationship, I want it to be so clear that she's the problem. I want it to be clear, like, nah, he's a saint.
Mm-hmm.
If we fought,
ain't no saint nigga.
Not a saint,
but
just
you want to be on your best behavior.
Yes, my best behavior. I just wanted to make it as clear as possible that I improved so much that even women be like, he fell out with whatever girl, it couldn't be him.
Do you feel like in the past that you have brought your past relationships into your marriage?
Yeah. Or my past relationships in general, or just the marriage?
Into your marriage, and then we'll get into general next. Did you bring your past relationships into your marriage? And did you bring y'all issues before marriage into the marriage? Because you know you're supposed to let that shit go once you get married.
Yeah, to be completely honest, it was to the point where I was bringing the past, I was literally bringing the past. So I was physically bringing
You was fucking with women from the past?
Yes.
Okay. You was just fucking up. It was just fucking up.
Yes.
It's not funny.
No. I'm trying to be serious, but yes, you're right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But you want to know something, guys? He has taken a lot of accountability. But don't be no fried ass nigga just taking accountability just to turn around and do it again. Because you know that's the thing. Like, I'm guilty of that. Not that. I don't be doing that. But I will think just because I admit that I'm wrong at something, I can just do it again. I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying?
No,
you don't think that, do you?
No, I don't want to do that because y'all talk, so that'll put a stain on me.
Who talk, me or her?
No, just women.
Oh, women, yeah.
Like how y'all, like, I don't want to keep saying you go to the club, but
right, please, nigga.
but you can, like, the city is too small, right? So I can start talking to a girl, and then before we even get intimate, she shows, like, I talked to him.
Right.
And then you be like, nah, that ain't it.
Right.
So, no, I don't want that. I don't want that type of statement.
Women do talk. Women do talk. But it don't be like a bad thing. It's not like a bad thing every time. It's just a confirmation. Sometimes make sure ain't nobody crossing paths. You know what I'm saying? Like.
But if I'm on BS, then it's gonna be a bad thing.
Like, what you mean? What's bullshit?
Like, if I'm just dealing with multiple women, then it's gonna be a bad thing.
It is gonna be a bad thing.
So that's what I'm saying.
That's where the path's gonna start getting crossed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because
he's experienced that.
Nah, I've had situations where girls said they wouldn't deal with me strictly because they know my first child.
Right. I mean, she know a lot of people. She know, and a lot of people love her. They do though. And you still love her? Actually, I know that was random. But you still love your baby mama.
My first one? No.
For real? No love for her? Just respect? Okay. Y'all cool? Y'all not courting? What happened where you can't talk about it?
I can talk about it. It's
okay.
been enough time.
You said it ain't enough time.
No, it's been enough time.
Oh, okay, then what happened?
We was just young. And then along the road, certain stuff happened.
Okay.
To where, I don't know, I'm in a place where it's just like, you know what I'm saying, it ain't no beef with her, but let's just keep our distance. It's kind of like that. I was
right, with wifey. We just gonna say wifey.
Yeah, I felt it.
Right. I seen your mouth too.
but yeah, I just like to keep our distance, especially with her, because I think, as a man, especially with a marriage and somebody getting a divorce, I think if I was dealing with a girl that just got a divorce and I'm seeing too much of your ex-husband, I'm gonna think something is going on, even if it's not.
My thing is, I'm just gonna be real with you, and that's what I was thinking about. Dealing with anybody going through a divorce, it's a red flag. They can get back. Yes, bruh. Y'all can get back, bruh. Any breakup or anything is somebody's always more mad than one person, bruh. But a beginning of a breakup is like the beginning of a whole new relationship in y'all relationship, bruh. Motherfuckers seeing parts of each other that you have never fucking seen before. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's like, bruh, your first time breaking up with somebody, you don't know what the fuck about to happen. 9 times out of 10, y'all about to get back together. But you know that first breakup when you in a relationship with somebody, y'all been together like 6 months, a year. Y'all had that first argument, that first little fake breakup, you know. That gut wrenching feeling is like, damn. Like I was saying earlier, I have a habit of telling Brandon, I don't want to be in a relationship right now. You know what I'm saying? Not like a habit. I'm not about to say it like that. But if some shit is getting hostile, I am a runner. You know what I'm saying? I am. Like, I be running from my problems sometimes, y'all. Like, but that is because we know each other. But say that shit happened on the first time, bruh, and that nigga walked out that door, my heart would feel crushed. You know, just not knowing. Moral of the story, y'all are still in the beginning stages. People are still in the beginning stages. Dude, let's look up how many people stop divorces. I gotta know this.
But isn't it different when I would think about it a little different if she wasn't in a relationship?
Bruh, that don't mean shit. Women always trying to get in a relationship. Bruh, I swear to God, bruh, this is how women is. When it comes to a breakup, they go through that little fake hoe stage, go through that little stage of going out in the bars, in the clubs and shit, staying out, being irresponsible. Then they go through that stage of they want a little fake relationship. Then they go through the stage of healing when it hit them. I'm not saying that relationship ain't gonna work between them, but I doubt it. You know what I'm saying? I'm being real with you. She know I'm real. She knows how I am. But that, like, everybody goes through the stage of a relationship. Men, they tend to sometimes be a hoe while they still in a relationship, towards the end of the relationship.
Sure.
Then once they see they shorty done move the fuck on, that's when they want to get their shit together. Not trying to be funny.
No, you're fine.
You know what I mean? That's when they try to get their shit together. Then after that shit, you fuck around gonna get you a little girlfriend after 6 months or a little while. And then after that, shit, motherfuckers might cross paths. One day you might, shit, me and Brandon got back together because that nigga lied to me and told me that he couldn't send me my child support for the week. He had to give me cash. Me and that nigga been together ever since. I ain't even gonna lie to you. We have literally been back together ever since. I knew for a fact. And he still didn't give me my child support that day.
But was you with someone?
No.
Were you talking to people?
Yes. And I still was talking to people after we got together because I already had told that nigga, no, you're not about to just lie to me and tell me you about to give me my child support just to get back with me and think I'm going to drop what I'm doing. I still need to see that you got your shit together like you say.
Did somebody have your attention besides him?
I ain't gonna lie, you know it's hard to get my attention. And my son was still young. You know I wasn't on that, but I was still interested in people, still liking people, I wasn't still kicking it with people, and I wasn't still probably, after a while, it probably wasn't no, like, sexually active, but I wasn't, like, stopping my life just to fucking get back with Brandon. No. I was not.
All right, let me give you a little bit more details and then I'll tell you.
Okay.
So, with the best friend thing, okay, I'll let you behind the curtain. My friends think, from when I told them everything I told them, that their relationship has been growing.
Since before y'all was even broke up?
Yes, they think that. They think this whole thing has been brewing underneath. And I'm like, it's possible because, like, you know, like with women, that y'all like the vent. Like, I've been in a position of, I'm the not the outside dude, but I'm the best friend.
Right.
And of course, when you come to me, I'm going to say everything that you want to hear,
right? Because
I'm your friend. So, with that, I honestly think it's dangerous because I'm like, this is how I think about it. If I'm right, he probably, you want to vent to him, he's saying everything that's right? So, y'all relationship that y'all bonding over and all this
was over trauma.
It's over trauma, and it's based off of me being the villain of the movie. What happened?
And how you feel comfortable. I'm not judging nobody, and I'm not judging their situation, but how do you feel so, like, me personally, I'm not fucking with no nigga talking about his ex. You not talking, like, bruh, I don't want to talk to no nigga that's talking about his motherfucking ex.
That's me.
You feel me? I don't want to talk, like, bruh, you still love that girl, or you still love that nigga, bruh. That's just me personally. So, some people are not that smart. And another thing, too, 9 times out of 10, when people get into relationships close, like you say, been moved out a couple months, now they're in a relationship, 6 months still, that would still be close.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? A lot of times they don't work.
No, it's real close.
You get what I'm saying? A lot of times when people jump right from one relationship to the next, that to the next is a rebound, a backup, a bench warmer, bed warmer, keep me warm at night, get my mind off of things. You get what I'm saying? So.
But could it work?
Yeah. I mean, that's just me. And when it don't, or if it do, we gonna come back on Vitamin D with the team. We gonna talk about it.
Nah, I hope it works. Cause.
Why? Why do you say that? He be trolling. Why?
Cause I'm petty.
Exactly. He know he don't want that shit to work, and he know that shit ain't gonna work. He know that shit ain't gonna work.
She said to me a couple times that I can find a better dude than you and all this other stuff. So I wanted to work out of genuine, but it's part petty because I want to see if you understand.
You know that shit ain't gonna work.
I don't know anything. I don't pray on it. I want it to work.
Girl.
I want her.
Maybe get your husband cancel them papers.
I want
he
her
gonna get his shit together. If he don't, y'all call me because you know, bruh.
Oh, you finna say something fried.
Let her come on the show and let me. Oh, that's it. You coming on the show. Because you really didn't get into why you ain't fucking with your first baby mama. I need to hear that.
You talking about my first baby mama coming on the show?
No, we having your wife come on the show. Okay. But I need to rewind before the show is over. Because my laptop going to die. I need to know why it's only cordial with your first baby mama and why ain't no love. Because you act like something happened. What happened?
Okay, to make a long story short, I got in trouble. I had to go sit down for a while.
In jail?
Yes.
Okay.
When I got where I was supposed to go, her new boyfriend was there.
Okay. Is that who she fit now?
Yeah, she got a baby with American.
Yes, okay. That's her man right now.
Yeah. I don't know about all that.
Okay.
But, and he was just weird.
Is that, okay, so let me just ask you a question. Is it one of these situations, is that her man, but he not her man?
You know, I don't even know if they together no.
Okay, but go ahead.
So when I got there, he was just, it was like he knew who I was, but I didn't know who he was. So,
oh, he was a troll.
Yeah, so he was kind of being friends with me. We having certain conversations. Somehow something happened to where I kind of brought her up, and he said that she was his cousin. So in where we was at, you gotta wait 30 days to get visits. When we got our visits, he put it's different days you get visits. He put her on her as a visitor, but you gotta put like cousin, mama, da 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 da. He put her on there as girlfriend. Yes. So what made it more weird is like all the information that I gave was because Asia.
Oh, you gotta take that out. Okay. Okay, go ahead.
But she thought that it was a possibility that her first daughter could have been mom. So she was sending me pictures, and I'm telling him like I don't know. He went back and told her, not her, the first one.
Right.
She don't know anything. Like we're not even cordial and cool at this time. So why did she calls my mom? And my mom, when I call my mom just to check in, she like, why is such and such saying something about you having another baby?
Just messy shit.
Yeah, just being weird. So that just stemmed from there, and then that kind of was the icing on the cake.
Okay. So just a bunch of fake shit.
Yeah.
Gossipy ass nigga shit. We don't fuck with gossipy ass niggas with all due respect. We just don't do that. That's a big no-no. Big fat skirt. The hell?
Yeah,
Did you have fun on my show?
Yes.
You did. Would you come back? I know I always ask my people that.
So this is what I'll say.
Okay.
I'll come back by myself for sure. I don't think me and her should do that.
But you think she should come by herself?
Yeah. But if I don't know if I don't know if she will. But if we, the only reason I would come back with her is if we're in a place of having that conversation of being together.
Bro, why? What, Chris? You need to be real with yourself, and you need to go get your wife back. Okay? I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm just telling you from the outside looking in. The love is still there, and you want your lady, bro. Go get your lady. Don't be afraid to at least. Marriage, you gotta try again, and this is the thing. Like I always say, motherfuckers gonna go through this shit and get through it, and you'll go through it again in 5-10 years. You have to get through it. No cheating. No cheating, no bringing back people from the past. Her, you, no best friends. No more fucking best friends, goddammit. For real. Everybody know female best friend don't go good together. No best friends. And don't be telling the nigga about your best friend. Not saying keep no secrets, but the more you try to tell a nigga, oh, he's my best friend, it just never ends with. That's like people sharing. That's like when a man and woman got one Facebook page. It's toxic. It's just not. You feel what I'm saying? Like, no, we ain't doing that. We acting like I run this. So you gonna sit your butt right there, and the camera gonna be right there, and we gonna have that conversation, and we are gonna bring this marriage back together. Okay? Chris took a lot of accountability today, but like I told him, don't just take accountability just to turn around and do it again. Ain't that right? Yeah. And he wants to be a better person. Ain't that right?
For sure, 1,000%.
And he recognizes where things went wrong. That's really, it's some people that be 50, 60 years old and they don't fucking recognize that shit. I know people literally, I know a couple right now going through a divorce, and that nigga can't admit his faults for nothing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? My daddy, he one of them type people. Man,
you know with your mom?
Nah, hell not my daddy. Love you, daddy. She don't
okay, because you was finna go off. You was finna go off.
They, and you too, mommy, it ain't just him. But no, they are on different levels of just personalities and, you know, a whole different set of people. I don't even know how I came about, but yeah. But I do want to thank you guys for tuning in to my show, and I want to thank you for coming on to my show. This was a good episode.